Hi guys, welcome back to the channel again. I'm sorry for that. I'm probably not going to put that in there, but anyway, I was propped up on the shop vac and my phone kept falling and it knocked us off recording.
Yep.
So now I have the tripod on the shop vac so that you can see us.
Yay.
So since our last, it's been 2 weeks since we've done a gossip talk or any videos at all. Last week, the reason why we didn't film was because it was extremely windy here and it was pouring the rain. So I wasn't all about that. I wasn't going to have y'all hear all the background noises of the storm and everything. We had back-to-back storms and they were very noisy. There's a couple times that I about crawled up under the bed with my dog, but you know, my daughter, not my dog, because my dog is my brother, because he was my daddy and mama's dog. So, and speaking of him, he's sleeping, so, which is really good, because if he wasn't sleeping, he'd be sitting on my lap and there wouldn't be a video. Long introduction of me yapping my mouth. But in the two weeks that we haven't filmed, we both changed our hair color.
I'm no longer a blonde.
She's no longer a blonde and I'm no longer a blonde.
We're not blonde twins anymore.
We're not blonde twins anymore. We are black and purple now.
Yep.
She's black and I'm purple. Obviously, y'all can't tell because I have my hair up.
Mine's like a purpley black though, so we still kind of match.
It was still kind of much, yeah. My allergies have fully kicked in now. In the 2 weeks since we've not had gossip talk. And I guess
I'm another year older.
she's another year older because it was her birthday last week.
Yep.
And also in those 2 weeks I became single. But oh well. Really doesn't matter. I've had a lot of, I guess me for myself, I've had a lot of things that's gone on in the family. And I'm not going to say anything about that because it's not my business. I've had a lot of drama from Amino again.
Good old Amino. That's filled with drama.
Yes.
I've had to deal with drama on Amino because I am
A leader.
And partially in charge of a community that my friend Sienna runs. And everybody is just
Drama, younger,
at each other's throats.
yelling at each other.
It's become worse since like some of them have gone on like spring break and whatnot. And I'm just like, oh
Yes.
God.
When are you going back to school, basically?
Yep.
Well, luckily there's almost 4 days left of spring break around here. So, I don't know, like,
Different parts of
the world, of
but I'm
the
like, I'm ready
states,
for everybody
to go back
and
and shut their mouths.
It's hard to deal with that stuff, and it's worse during the summer when everybody's like always constantly on.
Yep.
It makes me want to pull out my hair.
Been there, done that. I used to have a successful community, and for some reason it started dying. And like people started leaving and stuff, and we were successful too. We got published and everything, and I recently had to delete that Amino that had that on it, but it was successful, but we had drama too. So
Sienna's is successful, and I'm part owner in that. We're co-owners, and I'm a leader, so I'm there always, and my inbox is open, and everybody thinks that they can just come to me at like 2 o'clock in the morning complaining, and I'm like, I'm asleep.
I'm asleep. Leave me alone.
I live in North Carolina. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing up? there are other leaders in different parts of the world on
That are
different time
awake.
zones that are awake. Go to the one
Message
that's
them.
in your time zone.
Yes.
Because even though it says that I'm online, I'm not online. Because I leave the app open in the background in case Sienna messages me.
Well, the thing about it is with the community that I'm in, we're supposed to be one big happy family, and we're not. Because I've been there for I told Mom the other day about how long I've been there. I think that day it was 59. And which means I'm in the 60s today. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, we're not one big happy family.
No, I don't think
There's
such a
drama.
thing.
There's there's people that have their own cliques. And the leader that I was talking to the other day, and I'm not trying to put her on under the bus, because one of the members on this YouTube channel follows me, and I don't want her to go tell, but and I'm gonna say it anyway. She's like, well, we're not supposed to have any cliques on here, and we're not supposed to have this this one little group that's over here picking on everybody else. To do though.
Yeah, but that's not something you can help. I've noticed in my 2 years of being with Sienna's community that people are gonna gravitate toward people that they're like. So they're gonna
Form a clique.
One little clique, and it can be very
Annoying
and dramatic if you let it get that far.
Yep.
But we try to work it all out.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
To where nobody feels like they're
being
an outsider.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed that if you're not as active as much, you're basically an outsider.
Yeah. But we've got a pretty active community. Most of the members are on at least an hour or so a day.
Well, that's good. That's progress, I guess.
But my main thing is that I don't like getting woke up at early in the morning because they don't go to the right leader that's on for that time zone.
Yeah. Well, I know with the leader that I talked to and that one I'm friends with, she was talking to me, and it was for me, it was 7 o'clock at night, and it was 2 a.m. for her. I'm like, where are you at? But I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's gone on in like I said, in the 2 weeks that we've not been here. But here's my hair. It's not, I done a video on it. I don't know if I'll post it or not. I done a video where I was dyeing my hair. There's a huge section right here that's blonde still for some reason. And I worked on it the most. And I can't do anything about it until I get my gloves, the plastic gloves. And that won't be until tomorrow. So I can't do anything about this right here. And I can't do anything about my roots either, because my roots are dark brown. But yeah, this is just basically, there's something on my mouth again. This is just my hair. It was supposed to have been darker than this, but I lightened it because I didn't like the dark. But yeah. But yeah.
My hair is a purpley black. My lovely fiance dyed it for me.
And I'm gonna say this, he did a really good job.
He did.
Which is really weird.
But he also watched a couple of videos about dyeing hair.
I kind of figured he would.
I told him he had to, or he wasn't touching my hair with hair dye. I didn't want him messing it up.
Alright.
Even though it's a simple color and all you had to do was just put it on there.
Yeah. It is simple, but you have to do a video and watch a video and then follow the instructions or you'll mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
And with my hair dye that I use, it doesn't come with instructions.
But I've bought it before with instructions, and I remember those instructions, even though they weren't in English. The
Spanish,
first time
weren't
I
they?
bought it, they sent like a Spanish instruction book.
Oh, it's a good thing
you
you knew your Spanish then.
Yep.
Which ex am I thankful for now?
Hobby.
That's right. I remember asking him to help you. Because me and him were together when you were taking Spanish, and I asked him to help you. I remember now.
Still can't speak it properly. I mispronounce things all the time, but I can read and write in Spanish.
It's more than I can do.
I'm still afraid that I'm gonna accidentally say bad words. Because those were the first words that I've learned. So I'm like, oh, crap. Okay.
I do know a word in Spanish that is a bad word, but I had Javi to teach it to me.
I know several. And those are like, the cuss words are always the easiest
Yes.
to learn in a different language.
Yeah. If the language has cuss words.
If the language has cuss words, those are always like the easiest ones to learn. And if you're like me, then you say those words in a sentence, and then everybody looks at you weird in the middle of class. Because I said the wrong word, and apparently that wrong word it was a very bad word. And I said it in front of a class of like 25 kids.
Whoops.
And everybody just went quiet and looked at me for a second, and I'm like, oh, crap.
You
that
were
was-
supposed to teach her the nice words, not the bad words, Javi. I know he started watching our channel now.
But
Anyway.
he did teach me the nice words, but he also explained that that word was close to the another word. In almost
What was that
pronunciation.
word that you, okay, that a restaurant that Jose used to work at in
Mhm.
Marion, and you were ordering,
Mm.
and you accidentally said one word and it was supposed to be eggs.
Mhm. Yep.
And it was a good thing he was the one that was ordering for you.
Yep.
Because I know if it would have been somebody else, I'd have been like, excuse you, ma'am?
I accidentally said eggs. Yeah,
I don't know why those words are so close in Spanish. Or
I don't either.
who knows? But yeah, let's see. Sorry, I got distracted by the sleepy baby. But I'm not gonna. I'll say a little bit about it, but I might get in trouble for saying it. The reason why, I'll go into it for a second and then we'll talk about something else. The reason why I currently do not have a significant other, that's a universal word, so I can't offend nobody with that word. And partner is another word I use, so I don't offend anybody. Anyway, the reason why I don't have one right now is because for a solid 3 weeks he didn't talk to me. And if I want to know how he was, I had to text her, which is really annoying. He also kept something from me that he wasn't supposed to. I mean, I don't care about it, but if you're going to make 2 of them and delete both of them, you should have at least told me that you made them. Instead of lying and saying, no, you didn't make them, somebody else was borrowing your phone and making them. I left that out.
You did. I didn't know about that. He told you that he didn't make them?
He told me somebody used his phone to make the Telegram accounts. And I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
You let somebody use your phone. Yeah, right.
He won't even let me look at his phone.
I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to make him mad because I know he watches the channel, so. But we're sorting things out. And it doesn't help that I had my ex ask me 1,000 questions last night and the night before. One was, do you still love me? The other one was, do you want to get married to me still?
Ooh.
That's all. I'm not going to even go into anymore. But it's hard when you have like a whole bunch of feelings and you've planned a life with someone and that doesn't work out for a while, and then you're still trying to work on it, and then your ex is in the picture. He's like, come on, figure your stuff out. And I'm like, you tell my ex-boyfriend to figure it out, because this is his fault, not mine.
Yeah.
And most of it is his fault, and some of it's mine. The whole me annoying him with messaging him, that's my fault because he doesn't text me. And I think it's really important to have communication.
Yeah.
Not slamming stuff in the back of your store when you're at work. Warning your girlfriend that you're there. I know you're there. I know you're working.
Yep.
But, and I think he's a little stressed out because he's trying to find our house, and he wants to find our house before he proposes. Mainly because right after he proposes, we want to get married like 2 months after that. And he can't find the house, and he's really aggravated about not being able to find our house. He started one time to bid on the house that was the ranch type one, but he decided he did, but he got outbid and he didn't push up the bidding, so he let it go. We lost the one that we originally wanted, which sucked because it was the one we wanted and it was something that we were looking for.
Yeah.
Because since we've both been looking for a house together so that we can get married, we've looked for more than 4 rooms because I don't know how many of y'all know this on this channel, but on my channel, y'all know, if y'all know me from my other channel, I take care of my mother. And my mother right now, other than my best friend, is the most important person that I have to take care of. I have to know, I have to make sure she's okay. I have to know that I can move her with me. So, it's hard. It's very aggravating to find the amount of rooms we want because there's not very many houses around here that have all the rooms that we want. I know when we first started looking, and he went to go see it, there was one that had 8 rooms. I think that was another one that he went to take you to see, wasn't it?
Yep.
It was the one that was looked like a Victorian mansion, basically. Yeah, that one. It sold.
Yep.
Which sucked because he kind of wanted that one. Even if it did have 8 rooms, which there was 3 rooms that we weren't going to be able to use. But that would have been a room for you.
Yep.
And we would have had a room there for the kids to play in, so.
We want to be close enough together.
We do. We want to be close enough together to where I step out on my front porch and I ring the bell. That means, come over. It's time to shoot videos and drink stuff.
Yep.
Drink Dr. Pepper and coffee and Sunkist and
Gossip
other
about-
things. And gossip and record our videos. But we basically want it to be where we're in walking distance of each other, not driving distance.
Yep.
And it's very hard because there's not very many homes around where we live at that have homes together that are for sale.
Right.
So,
Well, I mean, it's big enough house we can just all move in together. And
see,
that'd
that's
be
the
easier.
reason why he wanted to bid on the ranch.
Mhm.
Because we would have had, we could have put a house on there for y'all and I wouldn't have had to worry about it. Or y'all could have just moved in because that had a lower level that was like basically like a second home.
Yeah.
So, I mean, would have been in the house with each other, but we would have had our own space.
Yep.
And another thing, we want it to be just enough far apart from each other to where if we want to have, I'm going to put it this way so that it doesn't sound wrong. If we wanted to do something with our husbands, that the other people that we know wouldn't hear it.
Yeah, and if you have kids, you can send the kids together.
Exactly. Basically, we're like Roxy done with Pamela on Army Wives.
Mm-hmm.
They had a code word.
Yep.
And I can't remember the code word. Mom, do you remember the code word? Scones. We are out of scones. That was the code word. I think with me and Shanda, it would be somewhere around I'm out of Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
That would be the code word. But I don't know. Probably it would be like a code word from Grey's Anatomy, though. It would be, I need to go to the carnival. And see, me and her would know that, and the boys would know that, but the kids wouldn't know it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Until the kids ask you.
Until the kids start asking, and then we'd have to change the code word.
Yep. You know, Josh.
Josh would ask.
He's at that age, and he's like, "What?
What, Mama?
What's that mean?"
Mom, what's that mean? What's that word mean, Mom? Yep. I mean, I don't have one, but I am a aunt to two of them right now. Because both of the younger boys are both 10 right now. And they're turds. They are getting old. And so am I. Because Ezra turns 13 this year. Yeah.
Joshy turns 11, and I'm like, where has all that time gone?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good to... Sorry guys, I'm having problems with my allergies. I know y'all heard me blowing my nose. I'm basically in this corner sitting basically in dog fur, and even though if I did vacuum it up yesterday. But, it's also hot in this corner too. There's like no air circulating over here. I have like 5 fans on in the house because I'm a hot-natured person, and so is Austin. So we kind of, and so is Javi. So we all three kind of fit hand, and you two, we all 4 kind of fit hand in hand with each other because we're all hot-natured. While Mom and Roberto and Josh are like cold-natured.
Yep.
So, you know, we get hot one summer. We can put Mom and Josh and Roberto in one house, and then we all are in the other house.
Yep, where it's ice cold freezing.
Literally ice cold freezing, yeah.
Yep. Like we're living in the movie.
Yep. I noticed, that was like the first thing I noticed when I ever spent the night at your house. It's like in the middle of winter, and like all the fans are still on in the house.
Yep.
And it
I
was
keep
like
a fan on.
so cold. I was like, oh my god, this was so good.
Yes. I keep a fan on no matter what time of year it is because I'm
Well, when it started a little bit warming up, I started leaving on the ceiling fan at night because I was still hot. And I slept with my flowered blanket this year, and I didn't even change blankets, and I have like this huge comforter that I sleep with. And no, I can't sleep with it no more. It's on the window behind the bed, and I'm just like,
I've used that blanket that you got me for Christmas.
Is it too hot?
No,
Is it just right?
it's just right.
I'm surprised you were able to take it back from Coco.
Well, now that she's got one exactly like it, she doesn't know the difference.
Well, good.
Because she got one for her birthday.
She turned, what, 5 this year?
Yep.
Thought so.
She's getting old. Her baby's getting old. She's 5.
I didn't realize my daughter was 5.
Yep.
That means it's been 5 years since me and him picked her out.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe.
She still thinks she's an itty bitty puppy.
But it's hard.
It is.
Life is hard. I'm just going to tell y'all that now. Some of y'all that are young, life and being an adult is overrated. Highly overrated. You've got bills, you've got food, you've got... And they don't tell you this. So I'm going to tell you this. When you hit a certain age, you have to make up your mind what you're going to cook for supper the rest of your life. Okay? Yep. Sorry to break that to y'all now. You have to pick your own supper for the rest of your life.
Yep.
And they don't tell you that. And I'm going to say this also now, and Shenda's just going to slap me because it's basically slapping her. Always wear protection. Okay?
Unless you're trying to actively have kids.
Unless you're trying to have kids. If you're not trying to have a kid, always wear protection, okay, kids? Always be on some form of birth control. Okay? Speaking of that.
It's not one or the other. You have to use both. If you're on birth control will not stop you
From getting
pregnant.
infections.
Yep.
Or getting infections or an STD or something like that.
Mm.
So you have to use both, okay, kids? Some of y'all that are younger and watching this channel. But yeah. That's another thing. I feel like I'm leaving like a whole pile of stuff that's out that I have forgotten to tell y'all. So, sorry for that if I have forgotten.
You're responsible for a lot of stuff.
As an adult, you have to be, yeah, like she said, you have to be responsible for a lot of stuff. Your power, your electricity, rent, land, property, food, bills such as cell phone, internet, home phone, if you want a home phone, TV, cable, satellite, Roku, all that good stuff. Whatever you're into, you have to be responsible for that. They don't tell you this, but you've got to be responsible for it. You've got to have a job when you turn 16 because you want stuff. And it's hard as a K-pop fan to want stuff and not have what you want. But you learn to buy the stuff secondary. I know I did. I bought, let's see, 1, 2, 3, I want to say 3 albums secondary. I bought the first BTS CD. I bought Persona. And then I bought, this is secondary by the way. I bought, there's 2 of them there. There's 2 of the album, oh my god. I think it's Map of the Soul.
I think so.
Was it the one before Life Goes On? It was Map of the Soul. Okay, anyway, the last CD before B, I bought 2 copies because one had the dark posters, which I really love because they're so pretty and aesthetically pleasing rather. And then the second one was, it has all the white photos in it. And it's like the photos are like, when I say white, it means like the background of them are white and you can see the boys and you can see their faces and all this. So it's expensive. And then I was looking the other day for, and Kayla knows this, I'm looking for her stuff for her birthday already. and I'm buying us a pack of Stray Kid cards and a pack of BTS cards. And there's the photo cards are so expensive.
They are.
And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, it's expensive to be a fan
It is.
of any group.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna get you this year.
And what gets me is that the light sticks are expensive too. And I applaud this girl that is around my mom's age, and she likes K-pop too. This woman does. She bought a light stick, and the light stick that she bought is expensive. It is like $70.
Oh Jesus.
There's like several light sticks that are like expensive, like shiny light stick, the original one, not the original one, but the main one right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive. It's $70. The ATEEZ is right up there with it. Stray Kids is right up there with it. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, when you are what does Shiny call us anywhere? I can't remember, but when you're a Shiny fan and then you're a Stay, what are you supposed to do when you've got that money sitting around? Which one are you gonna pick? So if I recommend, even if you're not a K-pop fan or a music fan, always have a job, because you're always gonna need money. Trust me. You need money to eat. You need money to pay your bills. You need money to this for this and that. So there's like a long list of stuff that every person probably in the United States has in some way, shape, or form, in the form of a bill, and it's electricity. That's the main thing, because that controls your heat and your air and your power. You have to have your refrigerator and your microwave and your stove and everything like that costs a lot of money. I mean, I was looking, when I thought that we were going to have a new stove the other week, it was, the cheapest one I found was $400. And I'm like, gosh. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, why? And I'm like, and I saw one that my sister-in-law had talked about wanting, and it was like $1,000. I'm like, I'm gonna say what my daddy would say. It needs to come out and wipe my butt for me. Sorry. But anyway, we need to wrap up this video because it's 33 minutes. But yeah.
That's what's been going on for the last couple of weeks, and it's longer because we haven't filmed in a couple of weeks.
That's right. It's long because we haven't filmed in a couple of weeks, but
And we have a lot to gossip about.
we had a lot to gossip about this week, and I feel like telling y'all what you need in life that's just me being nice and a helpful hand. So, another big thing before I shut this video off. Purdy Please with sugar on top and a cherry. Don't. Do not send links to Tinder accounts on our videos. You're pissing her fiance off. He's getting really, really, really mad. And mine's getting mad too. And he's not even minding him right now. So please stop sending links to Tinder on our comments.
Yep.
Because her fiance will delete them because he is logged in. Do not send them. The comments are only open for questions, not Tinder link accounts. Okay? Other than that, thank y'all for watching our channel. Sorry I got mad. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.